It is time to do the analysis, breakdown, and prediction video for our Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens. A really good game. You have strength versus strength. I cannot wait to do the breakdown on this one. Before we get to that, though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We're less than 100 subscribers from 45,000. So with your help, let's get it done today. Let's get that big number. Let's get this thing going. Here we go, folks. Big matchup for Week 7. The Detroit Lions are traveling over there to Baltimore. Lions are a 3-point underdog. It's been a while since the Lions been an underdog, but it's true here. The total over and under is 42.5, and favorites here is the Ravens. When you got these teams coming together, you got the Detroit Lions, who's 5-1, scoring offense, 28 points per game. That's fourth in the National Football League. Scoring defense for the Baltimore Ravens, 15.2 points. That's fourth. Strength versus strength. Scoring defense, the Detroit Lions is 18.8. That's the ninth in the NFL. Scoring offense is 22.2, 16th in the National Football League. There is a lot of injuries, though, for this game, at least for the Detroit Lions side. Brian Branch, questionable. I think he does play on Sunday. It's trending that way. We really need him out there for the Lions defense. He's a game wrecker in a game where you have a very good team in the Baltimore Ravens. You need your playmakers. Jasa Kabinda, questionable as well. Not much of an issue there. David Montgomery, extremely doubtful. He's not going to be playing on Sunday, in my opinion. We haven't heard the injury report on him, but it seemed like it could be a couple weeks. Jonah Jackson, questionable. He could make his return. That would be really nice. James Mitchell, questionable. He's trending towards getting up in there, even though he's not a starter. We need the backup there. And Jahamyr Gibbs, questionable. I think he does play in this game, and that's a huge boost for the Lions running back game because obviously David Montgomery went down. Ravens injuries, they don't got a really much. Rashad Bateman, he practiced yesterday. I think he'll probably play on Sunday. Keaton Mitchell, questionable. And Afi Owa, questionable. So they're a very good team right now when it comes to injuries. At least, look, better than Lions injuries. So what is your score prediction for this game? Let me know in the comment section. Put your score prediction for the Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks, one of my favorite and new sponsors of Chat Sports here. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. They will match your deposit match up to $100. And if you want to spice up your NFL Sunday, get started with Prize Picks right now. Prize Picks is a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. And if you are looking to have more fun on game day, look no further than Prize Picks. How does it work, you ask? Well, here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players, and they'll have more or less than the Prize Picks projections. You can win up to 25 times more your money and on any given entry. And on Prize Picks, you aren't competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available instead of battling thousands of other people, including pros and sharks who study this 24/7. Prize Picks, it takes less than 60 seconds to make your picks. Get started right away. And my Prize Picks projections here, I got 3. Derek Carr, I think he's going to have more than 239.5 yards. I think Josh Allen's going to have more than 255.5. And Joshua Dobbs more than 213.5. So get started right away with Prize Picks. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS for deposit match up to $100. Why is it CLNS code? Because that's our ad agency partner. Use code CLNS and it's real easy. 4 letters to get $100 match when you sign up. So download the app today, and the link will be in the description comment section of this video. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. You have the Detroit Lions offense here. Again, they're 4th in the NFL at 28.0 points per game, going against the 4th best defense points allowed, 15.2. I'm going to take over the 15.2, but under 28. Total yards per game, the Detroit Lions 4th in the NFL at 383.8. Yards allowed per game, For the Baltimore Ravens, 260.8, second in the NFL. Strength versus strength. I'm going to take more than the 260, but less than 283. Passing yards per game, 259.5, fifth in the NFL. Passing yards per game, 163.2. I'll take the over there, but under the 259. Rushing yards per game, the Detroit Lions is ninth with 124.2. And rushing yards per game is 97.7, 10th in the NFL. Almost similar. Turnovers, the Detroit Lions is +2, so that's really good for them. They have changed it as of late. And turnovers for the Ravens is -1, 19th in the NFL. What is a player that the Detroit Lions got to pay attention to? How about their defensive tackle, their Justin Matabuke? This guy has got 20 combined tackles, 8 quarterback hits, 5 tackles for loss, and he leads their team with 4.5 sacks. This guy's getting it done on the interior. Lions got to watch. Other individuals they have over there is Jadeveon Clowney, 3.5 sacks already. Good. Patrick Queen, 3.5 sacks. Good. Their safety, Kyle Hamilton, 3 sacks. Good. And Roquan Smith, 1.5 sacks. This team is stacked defensively. It really is. And the Lions got to be very fundamental in this game here. So who do you got in the game? Do you got the Detroit Lions winning? Put DET in the comment section. Do you got the Baltimore Ravens winning? Put BR. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue on here and talk about matchups from the other way, the Lions defense versus the Ravens offense. Lions defense here, you have 18.8, that's 9th in the NFL points per game, and you have 22.2, 16th in the NFL, allowing for their offense there. So I'm going to take the over on the Detroit Lions and under on the Ravens offense. Yards allowed per game, 285.8. That's 7th in the NFL. Total yards per game, 339.2. 11th in the NFL. Passing yards per game, the Detroit Lions is 221.2. 18th. Passing yards per game for the Ravens offense is 194.3. 24th, so not that great. Rushing yards per game, the Detroit Lions is best. Number 1 rush defense, 64.7. Rushing yards per game for the Ravens, 144.8, 5th in the NFL. So this is really strength versus strength. Obviously, you got to watch for Lamar Jackson over there. 1,253 yards so far this season. 5 touchdowns in the air, 3 interceptions, and a completion percentage of 69.9. Remember, he's a mobile quarterback, so he gets it done on his legs as well. So it's not pretty much everything we just look at his pass game. But the Detroit Lions got to force him to pass. That's what they got to do in this game. The results here for the Ravens, they defeated the Houston Texans 25-9, and I think Houston's a pretty good team. They defeated the Cincinnati Bengals 27-24. Obviously, Cincinnati's a good team. They lost to the Indianapolis Colts 22-19 in a close one, and they defeated the Cleveland Browns 28-3. That's a really, I think, a good football team as well. Really defensive football team. Week 5, they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 17-10. I don't think they're the greatest team in the world. And they defeated Tennessee 24-16. So they got some quality wins over there. And if you look at the Lions schedule, Lions fans already know this, but this is for the Ravens fans there. They defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 21-20. They took a loss to Seattle Seahawks at home in overtime 37-31. Defeated the Atlanta Falcons 20-6. Defeated the Green Bay Packers 34-20. Defeated the Carolina Panthers 42-24. And lastly, they just defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-6. What are things that the Detroit Lions need to do to win this game? What to watch for here? They need to stop the run game of the Baltimore Ravens. Very good run team. The Detroit Lions, a very good run defense. You're going against the best in the NFL run defense, 5th in the NFL in run offense. They can run the football, and that includes Lamar Jackson, who's a mobile quarterback. So the Detroit Lions got to put in a fundamental game. These players on defense, they got to make sure they're watching Lamar Jackson so he doesn't get an open space. Stop the run. Force him to pass the football. And that goes to my next part here, contain Lamar Jackson. Look, he's going to get out there. You're not going to get sacks all the time. He's mobile, but contain him. Do not let this guy get in the open field. Do not allow him to get first downs with his legs. We seen it 2 years ago when we played against him. He can run. Stop it. Lions need to use Sam Laporte in this game. I think there's a mismatch that the Lions can exploit, and that's Sam Laporta in the middle of this defense. I think that he can get some big yards in this game, and they got a really good defense there, but that's something I think the Lions can get that safety blanket first down is via Sam Laporta. How about field position? I think this game is going to be a massive field position game. Look, this is a good defense. Good defense. This could be a slug-it-out game. Having field position could be the difference between winning and losing in this one. So if you got to punt. That's fine. Punt them back. Do not allow Baltimore to get great field position. We consistently go for it on a fourth down in their side, and they could stop it. So this is a field position game. You're going to have to be patient for points, in my opinion. And lastly, and definitely surely not least, we do got to run the football in this game. They're the 10th run defense in the NFL. We got Jahamyr Gibbs. I think he'll be playing in this game. Craig Reynolds. We're not going to have David Montgomery. Run the football in this game. Again, it's going to be times where we're not going to get anything because it's a good defense, but you got to do it so it opens up in the fourth quarter. We really, really do. Prediction for this game, I got this being a really close game. I got the Lions winning, though, 23-21. Look, these are two good teams squaring off. Lions traveling over there to Baltimore. Their fans going to be nuts. So is the Lions fans. They're going to be in that stadium. They've been doing it all year. Slug-it-out game. I'm not looking for some offensive juggernaut, anything like this. Just get the win and call it a day. Folks, you can find me on social media here, Facebook at Mike Kimber, Twitter X at Mike Kimber, and guess what? On Instagram, Mike Kimber as well, even though I really don't use that much. So you're probably not going to get anything on there. We're going to be live streaming for the game, Lions and Ravens, the live watch party. So you want to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Subscribe. We are so close to 45,000. And with your help, it can happen. With that said, folks, adios.